Ford's secret weapon to win the 2025 Dakar Rally is old man. The Blue Oval is counting on age and experience to drive its Raptor T1 Plus race truck to victory in the world-famous rally. I was trying to cram my race-besuited leg into the passenger seat of the Ford Raptor T1 Plus, which required bending it at an angle it has not assumed voluntarily since I was in my mid-30s. Driver mashes Ekstrom, the Coyote V8 engine, a half-dozen other rally raid cars, and the Moroccan desert all waited impatiently, and all I could hear in my head was Danny Glover in Lethal Weapon, "I'm too old for this shit. It'll be funnier if you do it." I'm pretty sure this trip was a form of revenge from my long-suffering boss, Motor Trend executive editor Mac Morrison. My assignment was to travel to Marrakesh and get to know the Raptor T1 Plus at the Rallye du Maroc. Morocco is an excellent simulation of, and the last sanctioned rally raid event before, the big one, the 2025 Dakar Rally in Saudi Arabia, where Ford hopes to smash its name into the history books this coming January. Headline event for our trip, a ride along in Ford's brand new racing truck on a practice bash through the Moroccan desert. "Can't we send someone younger?" I pleaded. "Someone whose spine is temporarily farther from becoming worm food." "Nah," Morrison said. "It'll be funnier if you do it." At the time I thought he meant the resulting story would be more humorous. Once I saw the Raptor T1 Plus and the terrain, I realized he meant it would be funnier for him, sending me on a rocket ride through the untamed desert that would reconstitute my vertebrae in powdered form. Racing, the young person's game. Anyone who has watched Formula One knows the cars are raced by embryos. The average age of an F1 driver last season was just shy of 29, which contrasts sharply with the crew Ford assembled to pilot its four Raptors: Ekstrom, age 46, Nani Roma, 52, Carlos Sainz Sr., 62, and Mitch Guthrie Jr., 28. The latter may be Ford's token toddler, but he has amassed nearly 2 decades of racing experience, including back-to-back King of the Hammers wins in his class, the first driver to do so since his famous father, and a handful of Dakar stage wins in the T3 class. Still, take away young Guthrie, and the average age of the team is the same as mine. It's 3 wise men and a baby. So what's with all the old guys? The experience level needed in Rally Raid is completely different to anything else, explained Matt Wilson, team manager and director of M Sport, which partnered with Ford to develop and campaign the Raptor T1 Plus vehicles. You have seen drivers entering Formula One at 17, 18 years old. You can prepare for that from the age of 6 or 8 with karting and simulators. The essence of Rally Raid is that it's unknown. You get the route 15 minutes before you start. Nobody really knows where they're going. Discipline and experience count for a lot more than in other motorsports. Driver Roma, one of only 3 people to win Dakar on both 2 wheels and 4, puts it more succinctly: you can buy a good car, but you cannot buy experience. Winning by not winning. What does time and experience buy you in a race like Dakar? You've heard the expression "go slow to go fast." The multi-stage Dakar Rally takes that to the extreme, as young Guthrie explained to me. "A lot of people think you need to be the fastest guy out there," he said, "but in Dakar, you have to plan. There's a ton of strategy. If stage 6 is going to be a full dune day, you don't want to win the previous stage, because then you're going to be the first car on the dunes and you're going to be showing the line to everybody. It's tough, because you always want to be pushing hard. Sometimes you have to slow down a little bit because you don't want to win that stage." The crazy thing is, Carlos Sainz, last year, he won the Dakar Rally, and he didn't win a single stage. Sainz himself, whose 2024 triumph, his 4th, made him the oldest driver ever to win Dakar, told me, "You need to be clever. You need to go as fast as possible when you have to, and you need to slow down in certain moments so as not to destroy the car. Sometimes you don't want to open a stage. It's not easy to give up sometimes, so you do not start first on the road the next day, per the rules, because nobody wants to give up time. At the end of the day, if you are not driving fast, you are never going to win. Experience counts, vetting a new race car. While Ford and M Sport are eager to win the 2025 Dakar Rally, the Raptor T1 Plus vehicles themselves are new and still undergoing development. The T1 Plus is a bespoke space frame build, roughly the length of an Escape SUV but spread nearly a foot wider than an F-150 Raptor. It looks more like an R/C car than something a human would get into and drive. Race rules limit speed, so the T1 Plus is powered by an understressed 5.0-liter naturally aspirated Coyote V8 tuned for 355 HP and 398 lb-ft and fed by a massive 137-gallon fuel tank. The AA-arm suspension uses Fox coilovers with adjustable dampers and nearly 14 inches of travel, with 15.75 inches of clearance under the skid plates. Ford ran modified Ranger Raptors at last year's Dakar Rally as sort of a data-gathering exercise, but the new trucks need human input. One of the reasons we picked the drivers that we've got, Wilson said, was that we knew we had a lot of work to do in development, starting from a clean sheet of paper. All of the guys we've got on the team have contributed massively to where the car is now and shortcut the learning curve. Wilson's father worked with Sainz in the late 1990s and early 2000s. I remember my dad saying you could ring Carlos any time day or night and say, "We need you to come to England tomorrow," or, "You need to go to Finland tomorrow and test," he said. Carlos would never ask why. He'd just say, "No problem, I'll be there." You put him in the car in the morning, and he literally will not get out of the car all day. He's got nothing left to prove. He's won Dakar 4 times, he's a 2-time rally world champion. His work ethic, considering his age and what he's achieved, is incredible. Be ready to suffer. There's a problem with hiring middle-aged drivers, and that's middle age. As I know all too well, stuff that used to come easy now hurts, and that's true even if you're not a racing driver, for whom calamitous injury is a routine entry on one's resume. How do you reconcile an aging body with trucks storming through untamed desert at 100 miles per hour? Be ready to suffer, Roma said. It's dynamic work. Inside the car, you are always bumping, bumping, bumping. The moment you start thinking, "I am tired," you lose focus. Sainz agreed, you need to prepare yourself before. You need to suffer at home, not to suffer in the race, or to suffer the minimum possible. If you don't prepare yourself, then it's going to be a disaster. Roma's preferred form of preparatory torture is long-distance bicycle riding. Long uphill rides, he said, are a great way to simulate the strain of long hours in the car.